I think almost everyone watching this video has something in common, not because of who we are, but because of what we never finished. And that might be costing us more than we realize. Welcome to Moon Channel. Have you ever noticed how many unfinished things we leave behind? A book that still has a bookmark sitting halfway through. A gym membership that felt like the beginning of a new life, until it became just another monthly payment. An online course you were excited to start but never finished. A hobby that once made you excited to wake up in the morning, now collecting dust somewhere in your house. A notebook filled with ideas that never became reality. A language you promised yourself you'd learn one day. We've all done it. We start with energy. We start with confidence. We start believing this time will be different. And for a little while, it is. Then something changes. Life gets busy. Work becomes stressful. We miss one day, then another, then another. Eventually, we stop telling ourselves we're taking a break. We simply stop. What's interesting is that we rarely quit because something became impossible. Most of the time, we quit because it stopped being exciting. That's a strange thing about the human mind. We love beginnings. A new notebook, a fresh Monday, January 1st, a new phone, a new project. New things make us feel like we're becoming a new person. But life isn't changed by new beginnings. Life is changed by ordinary Tuesdays, the days when nothing feels special, the days when no one is watching, the days when you'd rather do almost anything else. Those are the days that quietly shape your future. Think about it. No one becomes healthy because they ate one salad. No one becomes fluent because they studied for one afternoon. No one builds wealth from one paycheck. No one earns trust from keeping one promise. The things we admire are almost never created by one big moment. They're created by thousands of small moments that don't seem important while they're happening. That's probably why success looks mysterious from the outside. People notice the result. They don't notice the repetition. They see the business, not the years of uncertainty. They see the fit body, not the mornings when someone didn't want to get out of bed. They see confidence, not the hundreds of uncomfortable conversations that built it. We live in a world that celebrates outcomes, but outcomes are only the visible part of the story. The invisible part is consistency, and consistency is rarely exciting. It's boring, predictable, repetitive, sometimes frustrating, but maybe that's exactly why it works, because most people stop when things become repetitive. Imagine if trees stopped growing because today looked exactly like yesterday. Imagine if rivers stopped flowing because the journey was taking too long. Nature doesn't rush. It simply continues, and eventually, small changes become impossible to ignore. Maybe we're supposed to learn something from that. Maybe progress was never meant to be dramatic. Maybe it's supposed to be almost invisible. Until one day, it isn't. There's another habit many of us have. We underestimate what one small action can become. We think reading 10 pages isn't enough. Saving $20 isn't enough. Practicing for 15 minutes isn't enough. Walking instead of driving isn't enough. Writing one page isn't enough, so we do nothing. But imagine filling a jar with a single coin every day. On the first day, it feels meaningless. On the second day, still meaningless. After a week, it hardly looks different. After a month, you finally notice something. After a year, you wonder why you didn't start sooner. Life works exactly the same way. Small actions are quiet, but their results are loud. One thing I've learned is that motivation gets too much credit. People wait until they feel inspired. They wait until they're in the mood. They wait until the timing is perfect. But motivation is like the weather. Some days it's sunny, some days it's raining. If you only move when conditions are perfect, you'll spend most of your life waiting. The people who accomplish extraordinary things aren't always the most motivated. They're often just the people who learn to keep moving without motivation. That's a skill. And like every skill, it gets stronger every time you use it. The funny thing is, the hardest part of almost anything is rarely the work itself. It's convincing yourself to begin. Once you're moving, momentum starts helping you. One page becomes two. One workout becomes a week. One conversation becomes a friendship. One decision becomes a new direction in life. Momentum is powerful, but only after motion begins. Maybe that's why people say the first step is the hardest, not because it's physically difficult, because it asks you to believe in results you can't see yet. Think about the version of yourself 5 years from now. That person won't exist because of one life-changing decision. They'll exist because of thousands of ordinary choices made on ordinary days. Thank you for watching our channel. You made it all the way to the end, and that means a lot. You actually finished something, and that's not always easy. I truly appreciate your time and support. If you enjoyed the video, please consider following, liking, and supporting us. It really helps more than you know. I hope to see you again in our next Moon Channel video. Take care and see you next time.